Today on City Wrestling Radio, Edge may have had his last match in WWE, but remains under contract. Wrestlemania 40 already breaks records, and AEW All In is this Sunday. We're going to give you our predictions. All that and so much more today on City Wrestling Radio.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hello and welcome back to City Wrestling Radio, August 23rd, 2023. I'm your host, Corey Smith, being joined as always by, yes, the dad you wish you all had while we go to commercial on my background video, Mr. Jose Oseguera.
How's it going? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm exhausted from a little bachelor party trip to South Lake Tahoe, but I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you, Corey Smith. I'm here for the wrestling community. How's everybody doing?
I'm good. The South Lake Tahoe, do you say, would you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Went golfing. Any bears? Any bears
out there? I didn't see any bears, but I went golfing and I got stuck in a lightning storm.
Well, weather has been crazy. Apparently, the world is ending.
Yeah, feels like
both John Tenta and Fred Ottman apparently were in LA the other day.
Coincidence? I think not.
Typhoon and earthquake. No, John Tenta, we know. R.I.P. But it's fucking crazy all around. And today, San Francisco, it's as my girlfriend would say, it's very muggly.
It is. Yeah, this is a very good description.
It's warm, it's overcast, and it does not feel good. I know I'm complaining at 70 degrees, but hell,
it's humid, man. I feel like I'm breathing water.
If only someone would have told us something about the earth and it's changing weather patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, we're not here to talk about climate change or be like Al Gore. And like I said, talk about climate change. We're here to talk about a lot of stuff happening in the world of professional wrestling. Let's just get right into it because Jose, there's some speculation. Edge might be done. I don't know. It could be. He's at least signaling that he's done. Edge revealed that his WWE contract is set to expire at the end of September. The recent SmackDown marked the conclusion of Edge's current contract with WWE. He says that was his last time wrestling in Toronto. During on Sportsnet's The Fan Morning Show, Edge expressed his thoughts about his future and potential retirement, mentioning that he's torn and hasn't reached any conclusions yet. He emphasized the importance of assessing his physical capabilities and desired output in matches. He plans to take time to reflect and decide after his last contracted match against Sheamus on SmackDown. Edge has acknowledged the decision-making process ahead of his contract expiration at the end of September. Edge did go on to say a lot. He just wants to kind of be able to do enough cardio. He feels like he is kind of hitting the wall, and he wants to assess what he and his family think is best for him. So, Jose, what do you think about Edge's future? Because I think there is some speculation. I think the second anyone quits WWE or retires from WWE or signaling their retirement, that they're going to automatically go to AEW. What do you think Edge's next move should be?
Yeah, it's always a viable choice to go to AEW, start new storylines, start new rivalries. I think Edge should do what he wants and should do what he can. Know your limitations. He has to listen to his body. We already know that he's been through the ringer health-wise. Just make a good decision, bro. If you can do it, have at it. Do dates like Christian. Be Christian's foil and have battling mentees, right? Just do what you can. Don't overdo it. Stay healthy. We need you around. We hear too many times of wrestlers, not appreciating the quality of life in their later years. So, Edge, do what you can, do what you want, but just be safe.
I personally think Edge would not. I don't think AEW, it would be a good option for him. Like, okay, let's sit here and say, let's ignore any possible health issues that he might or thinks, could come up in the future. Let's just say he's perfectly healthy to wrestle until he's 75. It's just AEW, to me, it's just like, does AEW want to be the company that just hires the ex WWE guys?
You know, be the MLS.
Yeah,
Professional football. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
soccer. Yeah.
And also it's like, does Edge like, was that his retirement match like against Sheamus on SmackDown in Toronto?
Yeah, that's weird, right?
So I mean, like going to AEW, would his retirement match what be at Full Gear Revolution? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? To
Yeah.
me, that doesn't seem like it fits uh the rated R superstar. It seems to me like his last match should be at WrestleMania.
He's definitely, if he stays with WWE, he's going to stay one of these attraction guys that comes out, for the big four every once in a while. And I'm totally happy with that. As long as you can go ahead and do it. I think
Yeah.
that's a major reason why it was a SmackDown retirement match.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be definitely an attraction, a la Ric Flair in his 50s and 60s and 70s. We'll see
Oh,
him, but
so
not as
so
often as.
he'll go and win the tag titles, the Intercontinental title with Batista, or so he'll just
Mhm.
do all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to me, it seems like it's going to happen down the road, his retirement match, and I think maybe, who knows, it could be at WrestleMania 40. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Especially since if he decides to, like, this is it, what better way to go out?
Yeah, I'm thinking he's a little bit more smart and hip to the business, and he's been a fan for a very long time. I mean, even that clip from him asking questions to Bret Hart has been going around, for the last month or so. I think he knows that wrestlers are never really done, and he's going to have a few retirement matches before it's all really,
Oh
before the
yeah,
story is finished.
yeah. It just look at what kind of a lot of. I just think he'd get lost in the shuffle over at AEW, and what he's going to come up. Oh, it's Adam Copeland.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so
The Edge.
so to me, no, he can't even take the Edge.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
that's you two.
yeah, you're right. The Cornerstone.
So oh yeah, I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
He can't even be a pillar.
No.
There's already
Mm-hmm.
pillars there.
The
Anyways,
Edge. How
but
about the Ruler?
whatever happens, yeah, yeah. Whatever happens, the I guess he can't be Razor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
No,
happens to Edge, whatever, I guess,
yeah,
right?
I'm thinking he's not done. There's no way this is it.
Yeah. I mean, who would he face in a retirement match at WrestleMania? You know,
Christian.
they would have to bring in Christian.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would probably be the best option for them both.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
You
And
know,
double disqualification. They both leave without a victory.
no, fuck that. Edge wins. Christian doesn't mean. Come on, you creepy little bastard.
Yeah.
No, no. I mean, have Christian finish up his term in AEW, go back or just go back to WWE for a retirement match, and
Mm-hmm.
there you go. Edge versus Christian, WrestleMania 43 or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Next up in the news, we got some new wrestling documentaries set to release soon. Documentary centered on Kurt Angle is scheduled to premiere September 2nd on Peacock. Originally produced independently by Angle and director Alex Perry, the documentary's focus shifted from Angle's amateur wrestling career into include his WWE journey after WWE acquired it last year. The documentary also addresses Angle's personal challenges. WWE announced the premiere during Raw this week, coinciding with Payback, the premium live event, or as some of us older geezers call it, a pay per view, the same day. So Kurt Angle retired in 2019, sporadically appeared in WWE, yada, yada, yada. So, what do you think of this documentary? Kurt Angle. I mean, this is going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, but I feel like we've seen one already. Maybe two.
I mean, have we seen maybe
Has there been?
icon or legend biography? Maybe.
I think there has been a biography. I want to say there has. Yeah, there has. Just recently. We're gonna watch another one.
And so we got another documentary coming out too. Apparently, Netflix, as we all love. Actually, I canceled my subscription. A docu series is coming out titled "Wrestlers." Is also set to debut in September with a focus on Ohio Valley Wrestling. It was recently announced by Variety. The series will premiere on September 13th delving into the world of OVW wrestlers there and their trainer Al Snow, and the individuals driving the promotion. The series centers around the challenge set by OVW's new ownership group, tasking Al Snow with revitalizing the promotion within a single summer. OVW, located, as we all know, in Kentucky, is famous for producing some of the biggest names in WWE. Was it Brock, Batista, John Cena? They all went through there.
Class of 2002. Mm-hmm.
So here's my kind of main question. Like, we're seeing wrestling documentaries, I feel like every week. We've talked about it every week since we've come back, Dark Side of the Ring, this, that, whatever. And to me, it seems like there's an overabundance of these now. Do you think this is oversaturation or no of wrestling documentaries?
It's just as oversaturated as wrestling podcast. I mean, nostalgia lives forever. As you can see by some of the numbers we currently juggle with, everybody loves, flashing back to their youth, to what was once was and what was popular. I like the more independent docuseries, your Beyond the Mats, Dark Side of the Ring. I like those. And it looks like this OVW one is going to be better than the Kurt Angle one, simply because this is getting the insight on something that I don't know much about.
Well, also the Kurt Angle one, for me, what I'm reading here, it seems like it was chopped up all to hell after WWE got a hold of it. It seems
sense,
like
yeah.
it was kind of focused on his Olympic career and amateur wrestling background. And then once WWE got involved, they started adding all the WWE stuff.
Mhm.
And so I just wonder how much was put in there and how much was taken out.
100% of what was his Impact career, his TNA / Impact career, that's all been yanked. I would bet.
I mean, it definitely shouldn't be. Like, they're talking about,
It shouldn't be.
You got Cody Rhodes talking about AEW and All In.
Yeah, you know what? I have a feeling now that that Cody Rhodes wrote it into his contract, like, I am allowed to talk about AEW.
Yeah,
I think he has special permissions.
Well, I mean, it said even the documentary. Vince went to his house.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, no, I mean, you got a lot of it coming out. So both coming out next month in September. I'm looking forward to both. I'll watch them both, of course.
Yeah.
Guess
Even
I
if I
gotta
have to
get my
watch a few
Netflix.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get my Netflix back,
Mhm.
but whatever. But hey, more stuff to talk about. Next up in the news, as we were talking about, as I teased earlier in the show, WrestleMania ticket sales. So it was announced last Friday that WWE proclaimed a sale of over 90,000 tickets for WrestleMania 40. Oh my God, in Philadelphia, setting a new benchmark for gross ticket revenue for WrestleMania. The achievement surpasses the previous record of 21.6 million gate revenue set earlier this year with WrestleMania 39. What's really funny to me, because they go, yes, we sold over 90,000 tickets, but we beat, 21.6 million. I'm like, how does that equate?
The math isn't mathing, as the kids say.
Yeah, exactly. But I heard they're counting a lot of different things here.
Mm-hmm.
They're counting. Apparently, rumor has it that they count, I guess, the what is it? The ticket surcharges to how much they're making.
That doesn't count, you guys.
Apparently, they count every single seat sold in a box.
That
So if a
doesn't count, you guys.
box is sold and it has 10 seats and only 2 people are sitting there, it's being counted as 10 people at the event.
Little fibbing there.
So following the press release by WWE sent out offering its insights into this significant accomplishment, WWE announced that WrestleMania 40, I already read all this. So it takes place in Philadelphia. I'm seriously considering going this year.
Really, Philadelphia? Just don't wear no Niner gear, dude.
Yeah, well,
Can you keep your Niner stuff and your Giant stuff in your bag?
I'll go like this, black t-shirt.
Yeah.
How you doing? Hey, if I see some of the Giants head, I'll just, how you doing, man? Stay safe, because I watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I know what it's like. They like to pound things in Philly,
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm looking at hotels. I mean, I can book it now without paying for it until later. So hey, screw it. But it's taking place April 6th and April 7th. They said over 90,000 tickets have been sold for the 2-day event.
Mm-hmm.
The record comes heels on the unprecedented ticket sales demand for WWE in 2023, which to date there are produced the highest grossing gates of all time for their premium live events. I don't know where they get that stat from either, but hey, they
Yeah.
said it, so I'm going to tell you. They went on to talk about SummerSlam making a record gate of 8.5 million. So here's my question, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
You have WrestleMania selling 90,000 tickets for a 2-day event, but they did it within one day. That could equate to 45,000 tickets each day.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
At
this
at
is,
at best, without fitting the
yes,
numbers.
yes. This is also coming a week before AEW All In, which, as we all know, sold over 80,000 tickets for a 1-day event, but over a 3-month span. Um, it's just like, what is the more significant accomplishment here?
I,
That's what I'm
uh,
trying.
the more significant accomplishment is pulling the wool over people's eyes to make them believe that they really sold 90,000 tickets for a 2-day event to beat AEW right as AEW announces it. If AEW had announced they sold 60,000, I guarantee you this number will be closer to that. It wouldn't be 90.
No. Well, it's funny to me because it's just like they went on sale, like I said, a week before All In, and they had make this announcement. So to me, it's just funny, that they
Mm-hmm.
do this, and I wonder if it was to overshadow or just because there is the chance that this is merely a coincidence.
You know that AEW selling that many tickets is eating away at the WWE higher ups, eating away at them. They
Yeah.
can't stand being number two. So they're going to grandstand. They're going to do what they can to make themselves look better, make themselves look superior, make themselves look like we're the king of the castle. We're the ones that rule this domain, not AEW.
Yeah.
This is they're working us.
I mean, it definitely could be. They're the ones that proclaimed it a war, but honestly, lately, I think WWE is kind of winning this war right now. With their recent change, their creative change. Yeah, AEW has great matches night in and night out, but I feel like creatively they don't have a whole lot of direction.
No, you're right. And WWE will always be the company to beat. WCW was only able to do it for an X amount of months.
83
Uh,
weeks.
See, if you're gonna get your crack at it, you got the big money push. Um, when you can hire Hollywood writers and have the production that they have, all you have to do is just throw a little bit more money at the beast, and you're gonna win. And with the
Yeah.
experience that these guys have running this beast, at any minute, if there's any competition, they know what buttons to push.
To me, a lot of times I think it's a lot like what they do with their legal troubles. A lot of times they fight things because they know even if they're in the wrong,
Mm-hmm.
that they know they have the money to pay for the lawyers. They have
Yeah,
the money to wait this out.
yeah.
So I wonder if Tony Khan, who I know is a millionaire, billionaire, whatever, I wonder if he'll be able to outlast this WWE. Um, and their money, their production, their
Mm-hmm.
their creativity. I mean, hell, they kind of have it all right now.
Yeah, no, AEW I think has to stay in their lane and just improve week to week, or month to month, or however it may be. Their main flaw right now is content. I don't say continuity because that's not the right problem.
I
The right
mean,
problem
kind
is
of,
continuity and storytelling.
yeah,
They
because I
need better.
mean,
Yeah,
you got somebody telling people they can't show up and wrestle.
yeah,
You got
yeah.
whatever it is, whether that's a storyline or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it just seems disorganized in the back. It seems like it's getting to be a little bit of chaos at AEW.
Yeah, I don't know 100% for sure because I think there's chaos everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, WWE is better at hiding their chaos.
yeah. Oh yeah. I
Um,
mean,
and when you have somebody as hard nosed as Vince and now Triple H to put everybody in line, it's better to have the one leader than it is to have a leader that's susceptible to influence, which I think
yeah.
Tony is.
I think that there's a difference between a fan of the business and somebody who grew up learning the business and learning how to run the business.
Yeah, yeah,
There's going to be an obvious difference between you and I running a wrestling company as opposed to somebody who might have been a kid and was raised in the business.
yeah. Instead of marking out to the wrestlers and the talent, you actually treat them as employees of your company. That's
Yeah.
a completely different beast altogether. Yeah.
We got some more news tonight, or
Oh.
today, whenever you're watching. So,
Mhm.
got some unfortunate, some legal troubles we got to talk about. Some things that happened this past week since we've been gone, as Kelly Clarkson would say. So let's start with Tammy Sitch,
Oh
Sonny.
boy. Yeah.
So, as we all know, she was arrested for a DUI, I believe, in 2022, resulting in the death of a 50-year-old person, I believe a 50-year-old man. And she faces now potentially 25 years in prison.
Was this the same story we heard at the end of the Chris Candido documentary or docu series?
Maybe.
Okay, she
Uh,
was facing a
she,
case at the end of that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I know she's had a few DUIs.
Oh, yeah. She
So,
was being nice.
uh, so she originally pleaded not guilty, but Sitch changed her plea to a no contest for a DUI related charge involving a deadly accident. The decision comes after initially pleading not guilty for the fatal crash in 2022. This is March 2022. It happened. She altered her plea in the Volusia County courtroom on Wednesday, potentially facing 25 years in prison. According to court documents, Sitch admitted to a no contest to charges including felony DUI causing death, driving with a suspended license causing death, 2 DUI charges, and two counts of property damage, and 4 DUI charges, including personal harm. And we'll have her hearing, as the court calls her sentencing hearing, on 11/27/20. That's November 27th, 2023. This is all according to court documents that you can, it's public record, so you can go check all that out. I mean, it's not to gawk at, but if you want to get information on it, go for it. Sitch's maximum sentence of 25 years, with the scheduling sentence hearing pending. No, actually, it's not, because I just told you it. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, this comes from the March 2022 here crash. So, oh, you got Tammy Sitch on one end and Cash Wheeler
Oh, Cash.
on the other end, because last week he was arrested and appeared in a Orange County courtroom. So, an official affidavit related to a road rage incident involving Cash Wheeler has been released by the Orange County clerk. The document provides additional insights into the situation, resulting in Cash Wheeler facing charges of aggravated assault with a firearm. The affidavit filed July 28th sheds lights on the events surrounding the incident. It recounts Cash Wheeler is alleged to have exhibited a firearm during a road rage incident in Florida. I guess the person that it happened to said he pulled up beside him and pulled the gun and pointed it directly at him. Cash said it was unloaded, but you don't point a gun at anyone. The responding police officer, Officer Bohey, of the Orlando Police Department, reported the alleged victim claimed that Wheeler aimed the black semi-automatic handgun at him. The victim also stated that Wheeler was driving his Jeep Gladiator recklessly amidst traffic. Certain personal details in the Officer Bohey's report have been redacted. Meanwhile, AEW World Champion MJF addressed the issue on Twitter. In his statement, MJF expressed disappointment with people hastily making assumptions and highlighted the human nature of making mistakes. He defended Cash Wheeler's character and affirmed the upcoming event featuring FTR and the Young Bucks in London will still take place. I mean, they might let him go to the country, but will the UK let him in?
That's
You
another
know,
story. Mm-hmm.
Jose, what are your thoughts on both Sonny and Cash?
Sunny. I mean, time and time again, we see her same thing, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, rehab hasn't worked. Maybe a long stint in jail will.
Yeah.
Cash Wheeler, do we know if he's been convicted of a crime or is he facing charges or?
He's still facing charges. Yeah.
Okay, so TBD, to be determined. We don't know what type of trouble he's gonna be in. Let's see. Let's wait and see. But he shouldn't be taken off of TV until we know what that is.
You know, to me, it's look. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, Cash Wheeler fucked up.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
he messed up big time.
Mm-hmm,
But at the same time, we've been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've all been in situations where we just want to like ram the car in front of us. You know what I mean? We've just been so angry, stuck in traffic. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a crazy person. I don't know. But
I've been known to curse a couple people out, but
you know, it happens. Just
It
Cash, don't pull any guns on anyone.
yeah. And how did he brandish it? Did he point it? Did he show his waistband?
Apparently, he pointed directly at the guy.
Okay, yeah. It's not loaded though. That's not an excuse, bro. You're
Yeah.
still
Well,
scaring the shit out of
I
somebody.
don't think he said it wasn't loaded. I think he just pointed at the guy. And,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know exactly, but yeah. So I mean, that's it's a bit much. So both of them, Sunny. I mean, man, fall from grace. She was
man. Yeah.
the original diva, you know, and I think what she had the most downloadable picture, I think, of 1997.
56K modems. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, it's just to see her go from such heights in wrestling and now this, it really shows what, you know, if you don't kind of look out for yourself and take care of yourself, what can happen.
This industry is not very forgiving. I mean, like the bumps, they're not very forgiving. They can add up after a while.
Yeah. And I guess next up in the news, we got a few stories I just want to go through real quickly before we get into AEW All In predictions, because there's a few other things I thought I'd at least mention. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So Conan, we all know Conan, K-Dog, as he was referred to, as I'm referred to a lot of the times by management of places I've worked. I never asked them to call me that, but for some reason they do. I don't know. Maybe they're like, that guy reminds me of Conan.
He has the integrity of Conan.
Yeah, he reminds, like, he looks like he's Bowdy and Rowdy.
That's awesome.
So Conan announced that he has identified a potential kidney donor. Speaking with Nick Hausman of House of Wrestling, Conan revealed that the donor needs to shed some weight, though, before the kidney can be donated. Once the weight loss is achieved, further tests will determine the compatibility of the kidney. Conan maintains a positive perspective, emphasizing the importance of his optimism, having personally dealt with kidney issues and undergone a kidney transplant surgery in 2007. Jesus, this is his second one. He discussed his current state, explaining, despite feeling well, relying on dialysis for the long term isn't a viable option due to his kidneys functioning only at 10%. Finding a suitable donor is critical, and Conan shared that he currently has the potential donor lined up. Beyond his potential health journey, Conan remains engaged in various aspects of the world of wrestling, serving as the booker of AAA, AEW stuff, and stuff in WWE here and there. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on Conan? I hope he gets better. Fuck.
I hope he gets better. I hope he fights this. I hope the guy that's going to give him a kidney, loses a couple pounds. He might be some of the talent working at AAA. Hey, Conan, I have a kidney. Can I get a push?
He's
sure,
like,
lose some weight, kid.
Hey, dog, you want to push in wrestling? You want to be mega champion? All right, got to go for you. Give me one of your kidneys, guys. What? Okay, what? No. Wait, do people have two kidneys?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. George Lopez got a kidney replacement too. His Rey Mysterio Hall of Fame induction speech was one of the better speeches I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
I like to keep this guy around. He's a pretty influential guy, especially when it comes to Mexico-USA relations, especially in the WWE and WCW. So, he's done a lot for the business. And he's done a lot for the Mexican side of things. So get better, Conan.
I didn't know the term "Viva la Raza" until
There
Conan,
you go. There you go.
despite me being raised two
In
blocks
San
away from the
Francisco.
mission. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so some more news. John Cena is set to return to WWE television with his appearance scheduled for September 1st episode of SmackDown, which ironically isn't that like a day before Payback, I believe,
hmm
or a week. It's either a day or a week before Payback. So
I think they said on the programming this week that it's a week and 2 weeks away.
okay.
I forget.
So while the details of Cena's involvement with the show remain uncertain, the episode will serve as SmackDown's final show before Payback.
There you go.
I wrote that down.
Hmm.
This
Hmm.
marks Cena's first in-person appearance with WWE since his appearance at Money in the Bank in London, when he teased the London Wrestlemania, which I don't know. That'd be kind of weird. WrestleMania at 10 a.m. I don't know. I'd be
Yeah.
down for it.
So would I. It's like the
I
World
don't know.
Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I see. That's the thing. People like sometimes will complain like, "Oh, Saudi Arabia show starting at 9 a.m. Great." I'm like, that's fucking awesome, dude. I get to
Yeah.
have coffee and just like have the rest of my day after that.
hmm
It's great. Um, so I mean, we're gonna get Cena back. I mean, I wonder how much he's actually going to be back. He did make a video appearance on SmackDown last week for Edge's 25th appearance. So,
Yeah, and he's not really. It hasn't been announced that he's working on any movies or doing anything.
well, I mean, no one's working on any movies.
Yeah. So what the hell?
I mean, let's get them all back. Let's get Rock back in there, Cena back in there. It's Batista.
Batista.
I just watched Guardians 3.
Such a good
So
movie.
it's actually really good.
He's really good in that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To find out like it just Drax's overall like character arc is like
Sweet. It's very sweet.
yeah, so John Cena coming back to WWE, but one person who might not be going back to UFC. Yeah, we usually don't talk UFC here on a wrestling podcast, but Ronda Rousey probably not going back to UFC. Dana White apparently dismisses the chance of Ronda returning to UFC. Speculation about Ronda Rousey's potential return to the octagon for UFC 300 was swiftly denied by Dana White over the weekend during a conversation with Sports Illustrated's Justin Barrasso following UFC 292 on Saturday. Dana White he squashed the notion that the former bantamweight star making a comeback, stating, "There's no shot. She's accomplished everything she set out to do. She wants to be a mom now." So I mean, I don't know. Less Ronda Rousey on my TV. Yeah, whatever. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan of Ronda
it's not.
Rousey.
I don't think it's a matter of if I'm sure UFC doesn't want her, but I also think that she doesn't want it either.
Yeah,
I don't
she's a
think
wrestler
she's looking.
now.
Yeah, she's a wrestler now. I don't think she's looking to get her face beat in like she did the last couple times. Yeah, my bet's on. I agree with Dana White, but not for the reasons that Dana White says. So yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Well, you know what? Let's get into it. AEW All In is this weekend. How much AEW have you been watching lately? Because I feel like I
Well,
haven't. Like I watch Dynamite, but I can't watch Collision every week. I don't watch Rampage anymore.
I don't watch Rampage at all.
Dark. Does Dark even take place anymore? Is that still coming
I
on
haven't.
YouTube?
Yeah, it better not be.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not watching a lot. I try to watch. I think if you keep up with Dynamite, you're pretty up to date with what's going on. And I don't know how I feel about CM Punk's product, if we can call it that right now, right?
What, Collision?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Punk show. I mean, I watch when I can, but I mean, I don't know, unless this is some sort of weird angle. Like I said, it just seems disorganized. And I watch it. It's great wrestling. I love watching it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, also creativity wise, like sometimes matches just come out of nowhere. And it's just like, where is this going?
And the presentation is coming off very late 90s, not even 90s, like early 90s, late 80s, with the Saturday. I don't know. I just the presentation is off-putting for me.
I had an ex-girlfriend who hated that song, so I do like that song. Because I don't like her. But yeah, no, to me it's just I don't know. It seems a little bit like it's getting to be like TNA total nonstop wrestling, but not like, you know, the dicks and the
Hmm.
dups and things like that. But
Yeah.
it seems like they're taking a lot of older talent on there. People are getting lost in the shuffle. You know, CM Punk is pretty much like the Hogan of Collision, or at
Hmm.
least that's how it's seeming to the
Yeah,
outside world.
I mean that's the way he's being presented, and I especially have my gripes with that X belt. You know the
Yeah, yeah,
CM
yeah.
Punk's I'm the real champion.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But there were some comments made about All In ahead of the show. Cody Rhodes gave his thoughts on All In. Apparently, so he was in Ask Me Anything session on Reddit, and he had received a couple questions whether he'd be watching AEW All In at Wembley this Sunday. He expressed he wouldn't be able to watch it live watch it due to work commitments, but
Nah, nah.
probably he'll probably watch some clips. You know.
He's gonna watch. No, he's gonna watch that thing in its entirety. I promise you.
But he commended the Young Bucks for elevating what he said our creation to another level. Rhodes stated, I will be working that day, but I am very happy for the guys and girls competing out there. I am proud for Matt and Nick for taking our creation to the next level. Also, shout out to my sister Teal, who named the event, and Joe Koff at Ring of Honor for helping us, allowing us to get a chance to do it ourselves.
Mhm.
So on the day of All In, WWE does have a house show in Huntsville, Alabama, which, you know, Cody will probably be working the show. But like honestly, who's not watching in the back there? You know what I mean?
Everyone's gonna be watching.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna be
have it
watching on their
on.
phone. Someone's gonna bring a tablet.
Exactly.
Come on.
Rose was also asked about his desired legacy once his career ends. He responded, I would hope and be very lucky for this to be true, but also I have amazing partners and teammates throughout. The one in my generation who did the absolute most at moving our game into the stratosphere of mainstream entertainment. A lot of the left turns and big gambles I have taken were for that very purpose. The healthiest wrestling and sports entertainment have been is now. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's as healthiest, but
I think we're at a pretty big boom right now.
we are in the middle of a big boom. But is it the biggest boom? No, but you
No,
know, it's good. I like the fact that we have something to talk about every week.
you know, I mean, I don't, I could argue that it is one of the biggest booms. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
if you look at it, like look at the way the fandom is now compared to the fandom back in the day. Yes, you had people watching, you know, 25 or 13 million for Saturday night's main event, 25 million, whatever the freaking number was. But yes, everyone was watching because it was what was on for the, you know, that was on that night. That was
Mhm.
what's live. That's what people watched that night. But nowadays, these fans, just like you and I, we're invested. I'm talking about going to WrestleMania this year. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So, did I even talk about WrestleMania?
yeah. We brushed on it. We talked about the
Yeah,
fibs that
yeah,
are
yeah.
90 million. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I'm all over the place tonight. But you know, like we're more invested than ever. We're spending more money to go to these shows. You go to the 90s, I don't think people were traveling as much for these shows. People are flying out to London for, you know, All In. You're spending so much money into different forms of economies now
Hmm.
because of wrestling. And to me, I think that signals, you know, a bigger boom period.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
just what I
Solid argument. I have no rebuttal.
think. All right.
Good job.
Well, let's go through the matches of AEW All In, or at least the ones scheduled to take place so far.
Hmm.
We start the night in the 0 hour All In. Aussie Open, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher defending their Ring of Honor tag team titles against, well, Adam Cole and Maxwell Jacob Freeman, the AEW World Champion. What do you think of this match opening the show? Like you have Cole and MJF opening the show and ending the show.
Yeah, you know exactly what's going to happen, right?
What do you think's going to happen?
The MJF Adam Cole win. That means that's the only answer to
You think
this
so?
question. Yeah, yeah, that's the only answer.
See, I'm of a personal belief that something else is going to happen.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, they could totally somebody could botch something,
I think
and one blames the other, and then you get more heat
could
going
be,
into the main event.
could be. Yes, that could
That
happen
makes
too.
sense. That makes sense.
I think something's going to happen where MJF is going to come out and Adam Cole's going to be like, "Where's Adam Cole? Where's Adam Cole?" Adam Cole was taken out maybe by the Kingdom or maybe by Aussie Open before the match. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So then they ring the bell, and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 match.
Hmm.
And I think one of they can go either way. You know, MJF can do it to Adam Cole can do it to MJF, and it can all be a swerve leading to the main event because
Yeah.
MJF, I mean, Adam Cole, I think, I mean, I don't know where this is going. Is this going to a MJF face turn?
Or is it going?
Yeah, double turn, double
Yeah,
turn.
yeah, yeah. I say we talk about it at the end of the show.
All right.
At the end of
Well,
the yeah.
who do you got in this match? I think they're going to retain their tag
Okay,
titles.
you know, I'm thinking it would be a lot more fun if they are tag champions and there's going to be a bad guy, there's going to be a good guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're going to have animosity no matter what at the end of the night. And them being champions only feeds into that chemistry that they already have building. I want them to take the titles just because it makes the story juicier, so to speak.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people want to see them stay together. But it's just like to me, after the main event, it's like I don't think they're going to continue as champions. So it's
No,
like
they
they
could.
would have to relinquish the titles, and you're just taking the titles off of Aussie Open for the sake of an angle. And I don't like
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Or Aussie Open could always win it to become, two-time champions with with the feuding MJF and Adam Cole. Very easy to take the titles off of, two guys that aren't in
could
sync.
be. But yeah, I'm gonna go Aussie Open on that one. And are you gonna go MJF and
Yeah,
Nicole?
I'm gonna because hot open adds more flames to the fire, more gas to the fire. You know the saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going for MJF, Adam Cole.
Next up, I guess it's gonna be on the main card, FTR. If this match takes place, I mean, it's I think still all up in the air. People say it's gonna take place no matter what, but
Mhm.
I think it's up in the air.
Yeah.
Dex Harwood and Cash Wheeler defending their AEW tag titles against the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson for the AEW, like I said, AEW tag team titles.
Mhm.
I don't know, like this is one of those matches where it's just like FTR just called out the Bucks and go Young Bucks, and they all just pointed a sign and were like, okay, we're doing this.
Mhm.
Wasn't really much of a build. I know they have years of history, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling this match at all.
There's no build. There's zero build.
Unless this is going to lead to the elite versus the Punk camp.
The CMFTR.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
I don't know. To me, I'm not really feeling this match. Although, I mean, there is a chance that the way AEW is going, we could see new tag team champions.
We could if the Young Bucks win, they're actually utilizing their stroke to get a one up on CM Punk because he's been doing all this trash talking of Hangman
Hey,
at the end of the evenings and
the Bucks did cheat recently. They did cheat, so maybe they'll cheat in this match, and they could win the titles.
Yeah,
and that'll piss off FTR,
and
it'll piss off CM Punk.
Yeah, totally. And we could also see a run-in bonanza.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Everybody and their mother joins this tag match. So I think FTR keep the titles, but at the end of the night, the Elite come out on top, if you know what I mean.
I'm saying title change. I think the Young Bucks win the titles due to tomfoolery and it kickstarts a feud, more of an ongoing feud between the two. Or because you have the next pay-per-view the next week.
That's true. Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy. And I know we said we were going to try not to curse, but oh my God, it's just like All Out a week later. And then you got Payback a week after that.
Yeah.
And we have to watch Fall Brawl 96.
Son of a.
Yeah. Next up, Hikaru Shida defending her AEW women's title against Toni Storm, Saraya, and Dr. Britt Baker, dentist, medical doctor.
Yes.
Medical doctor. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This is also too. It's like, yeah, you have Saraya on the show, you have Tony Storm on the show, both from the Great Britain.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, Tony Storm's not from. Is she from Great
Oh,
Britain?
she's
Or
Aussie.
she's Aussie. She's Australian. Well, then
Yeah,
I am sorry, Tony Storm. I'm sorry to offend you.
the
I mean, what do
dance.
you think of this match, Jose?
Sheeta has only had one title defense, I think, since
Yeah,
she won. So I'm going for Sheeta.
yeah. I don't see a reason to take it off of Karushita. Um,
Not this early.
um, I do. I'm a little worried what they're doing with Dr. Britt Baker at this point, though.
Yeah.
She was one of the top people in the company a couple of years ago, and now I think she's just kind of floundered.
Yeah. I mean,
And where is Jade Cargill, for God's sakes?
oh, dude, I hear that she's done, or at least not looking forward to coming back.
I want my Jade Cargill back.
Yeah.
Not mine, but all of our Jade Cargill.
Our Jade.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hikaru Shida too. I don't see that title changing hands. I mean, of course, you're gonna have Ruby Soho running. I mean, you're probably gonna have the breakup of the, or at least the starting of the split of the Outcasts.
The tease, yeah, that would be great.
Between Tony Storm and Saraya, because
Mhm.
I mean, of course, there's gonna be a spot where one of them tries to pin, the other one's gonna stop him, be like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I want to win the title. I want to win the
Mhm.
title." They're not like the LWO. See, the
Mhm.
LWO, they're like this.
Yeah.
Outcasts, they're not like that. So,
To be determined. It looks like the LWO, the seeds have been planted.
well, we'll see. We'll see.
Mhm.
Darby Allin and Sting, which Joker Sting, apparently, very good versus the Mogul Embassy, AR Fox, and Swerve Strickland in a tag team coffin match. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. This is a kind of a match that's been thrown together in recent weeks. I'm not going to say out of nowhere,
Mhm.
but
It's
I
been
think it was,
building here, but weirdly.
yeah, I think it was a way to get Sting on the show.
Mhm.
I like the build. I like the return of the funny Joker Sting.
Mhm.
I never really got I never really watched TNA all the
Okay.
way through. I've watched a few episodes, so I'm not like
Fully versed
100%.
in Joker
Yeah.
Sting. Yeah.
So
I know, yeah, like you, I know a little bit, and I know that it's like Broken Sting.
exactly.
That's what it is. It's Broken Sting. Um, yeah, I have Darby Allin and Sting. Darby Allin does not lose casket matches. Um, with Sting, of course. Please be safe, my dude. He's gonna do some, crazy, outlandish, jumping off, the whatever rails they have over at Wembley.
I mean,
Expect that. Yeah, he's gonna take a huge bump.
I know. I wonder if there's going to be any kind of callbacks or run-ins. I mean, I know he wasn't a part of SummerSlam 1992, because we reviewed it and we didn't see him. And if you want to watch our review, click whatever above or below. But I wonder if there going to be multiple run-ins. I guess you'll see like Brian Cage run in and things like that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
who will run in on behalf of Sting? And Darby Allin. I mean,
Mhm.
yes, Nick Wayne.
Mhm.
But
Oh
I don't know.
no, it's Lex Luger.
I don't think Lex is going to be making
Oh
a,
yeah,
a
you're right. You're
return.
right. You're right. You're right.
Maybe fake Sting will come
Oh,
out
that'd be great.
because
Glenn something or Scott something. I don't remember his real name.
Fall Brawl 96 is
Mhm.
fake Sting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a little tease for something we're doing in the future. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Sting and Darby Allin I think win this just to kind of
Mhm.
give the fans what they wanted, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Next up, the Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Page versus Konosuke Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold, Juice Robinson and Jay White. I mean, this can go either way. This, like I said, this is another one of those matches that's been put together. Yes, I know Konosuke Takeshita has had some back and forth with the with Kenny Omega and Hangman Page.
Mhm.
And this is kind of just like Bullet Club offshoot versus Bullet Club offshoot.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I don't know. It's going to be a great match either way.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great match. So I think the performances is what's gonna drive this match and not the outcome. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Bullet Club Gold wins.
Yes.
But I kind of think Kota Ibushi is the X factor here, and we're gonna see him get the win with Kenny Omega and Hangman.
Well, you did see, I forgot what I was going to say. You know, you did see before the Konosuke Takeshita joining with the Blackpool Combat Club to take on, was it take on like the Elite and was that it in the cage match?
Yeah. In the War Games looking thing, huh?
Yeah. So it can go either way, but I do think this is a good time to put over Bullet Club Gold. It's getting a little random. I think they got to get a little seriousness behind the act.
Yeah.
Both Jay White and Juice Robinson, yes, they've added a little bit of comedy into their routine, and they're funny. Juice
Hmm.
Robinson is fucking hilarious, but at the same time, Jay White does not seem like the destructive force that he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. Could you maybe see a split of Bullet Club Gold?
I don't think so,
No.
because
You think they need each other? I don't think Switchblade needs what you
well,
call it.
well, you
Juice.
got they need the Ass Boys.
They
The
need the
Ass
ass
Boys.
boys.
I just they just recently started it. I don't see a reason to end it. So
Yeah. Okay.
what do you? Oh yeah, Bullet Club Gold. You said right? Yeah. Next up, Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, and the Lucha Brothers take on Blackpool Combat Club, team of John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and 3 unknown people.
Hmm.
Who are I cannot for the life of me even think who these 3 people can be.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know who's missing. I don't know who could be inserted here.
I mean, maybe it can be House of Black. I mean,
Oh, that makes sense. They're not on the show.
they're not on the show, and that would make sense to put them into this match. But to
Yeah, you
me,
got your trios champions missing.
and it's 3 people. Yeah, I'm gonna go with House of Black. But
Okay.
it does seem a little random. But you get the Penta and Fenix versus, um, Alice. What got him? Malachi Black
Mhm.
and Brody. So that'll be fun. What do you think? This is sorry. Isn't this Stadium Stampede match?
Yes,
So it's gonna be fucking crazy.
it is.
What are your thoughts on this match?
Okay, well, Lucha Brothers do not win anything anymore.
No.
They have been getting their asses kicked left and right, so they're not winning. Best friends also. These guys are, they get fed to everyone.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy has been on a massive win streak. He's not going to win this, especially when his title ain't on the line. Blackpool Combat Club for the win.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the only way in this match. It'll be a fun Stadium Stampede, but yeah, it remains to be seen who are going to be the 3 people to team up with them. Next up is what I think is going to be match of the night at AEW All In. Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho in a singles match. Like I said, I think it's going to be match of the night. I know I'm building it up a lot, but it's Will Ospreay. It's Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, this is going to be probably the biggest match of his career and for the rest of his career, at least. I know he's been in plenty of WrestleManias, but from here on out, how many more do you think he's going to go back to WWE? I don't, unless AEW folds.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he's here. He's like a mainstay now. I think he feels that he is just as important to AEW than the Young Bucks or anyone else. Kenny Omega. I think he thinks he's a pillar there. And he is. It's not that he thinks, he knows. And I know it too. So, yeah, this is a huge match for him. And he will not be winning.
You don't think he'll be winning?
No.
I personally think he will be winning.
Don Callis is going to get super involved and some crazy stuff is going to happen at the end, as we've seen lately. Maybe even a screwdriver.
Jeff Cobb maybe come out.
Exactly. Will Ospreay, man, for the win.
Here's my thing. I think you're going to get that Aussie Open run in. I think you're going to get that Don Callis run in. But I also think you're going to get that Sammy Guevara run in. You're going to get that Jake Hager run in. You might even get Proud and Powerful run in and the return of the Inner Circle. I'm going to go on a limb. I know it's crazy. It's just what I thought of on the top of my head, but I think that'd be fun. And
that actually sounds amazing.
Going back to the Inner Circle as opposed to the Jericho Appreciation Society, and like having some of them like come up and be like, "Hey, yeah, you're a cool guy, Jericho," and have him go as a face and have a face Inner Circle.
That'd
be great.
Yeah, I mean, I have zero arguments with you. I would love to see that. Yes, please give it to me.
Especially, have you been seeing how recently how Sammy Guevara was getting cheered?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I
So
mean, you keep his wife away. I mean, there's this thing that really bugs me about wrestling fans is when somebody gets a hot wife, they turn on you fast.
I
So
was it a hot wife, or was it because people were so into like, oh, he has everything. He had a girlfriend and now he's going to get another girlfriend.
mhm.
Like, that's what I thought. It's still toxic and it's still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah. No,
toxic way of thinking, but
the fans are okay. First of all, Daniel Bryan was right. Fans are fickle. That's number one. Number two,
fickle.
they're really like when you take away a fantasy of theirs,
Yeah.
it rips them apart and they turn on you so fast. So I blame that. It's been long enough where now people have forgotten about it. They're not
Yes.
seeing the tongue lashings that they gave each other on TV anymore. She's about to become a mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
heat has died down. Yeah, that dude, you made some great points, and I might switch my prediction, but I will say, well, Osprey just to be different. There.
Yeah. Next up, for the Real World Championship, CM Punk defending against Samoa Joe. Now, here's my question: is it the Real World Championship, or is it the Real World Championship? Are you the championship of the MTV's Real World? Because he should defend it against the Miz at that point. Just saying.
Yes,
Just saying.
yes, dude. Facts. 100%.
Okay, the Real World Championship. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like this is getting to be ridiculous. Like
Mhm.
he's parading around AEW as the Real World Champion while you have the actual World Champion not mentioning him at all.
Mhm.
You know, and to me, it seems dumb. It seems like they're trying to force something. They should have not had him come out with the title recently. They shouldn't have had him come out that bag because they kind of jumped the shark on that storyline, at least in
Mhm.
my opinion.
Yeah. Also, this is a heel move. A
Oh,
heel does
absolutely.
this, not a
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. Well, I
A
think,
face
like I said,
it reeks of baby Cridum. I'm the real belt holder. I never lost it. I mean, how many times have you heard that from a face? 0 times.
absolutely. And then, people are talking about MJF potentially being a face, which I honestly don't think they should do, but whatever, right? I guess
Mm-hmm.
everyone's lovable.
No, he could totally be NWO tweener pop
Yeah.
spectacular.
But nonetheless, he is defending his championship against Samoa Joe, which really just says that CM Punk's going to win because why isn't Joe defending the TV title, the ROH TV title?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
saying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, CM Punk wins. I'm not looking forward to this match. It'll
No,
be
me
cool,
neither.
but
No,
I'm not looking forward to it.
CM Punk has lost a step, man. He has.
I'm just really
And
soured on him. I'm soured on CM Punk.
yeah. I mean, if everything is true, what we hear about backstage and his attitude and how, oh my god, I just really, I really hope Tony Khan isn't marking out to this dude to the extremes where he's like you get whatever you want, CM Punk, get whatever you need.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
ouch.
Okay, let's be real though. He is a
Mhm.
needle. He is somewhat of a needle mover. He is bringing more eyes to the sport. Let's be real here. At the same time,
I don't think he's bringing more eyes to the sport. I think he's bringing back eyes that were gone and were, I don't know, maybe nostalgia. Like I said, it sells tickets.
well, something that's not, like might be nostalgic from the beginning of the night. MJF and Adam Cole in the main event of the night. MJF defending his title, the actual AEW World Championship against Adam Cole. I mean, if you're gonna go CM Punk MJF, the real world champion type deal,
Mhm.
MJF can't lose the title.
No, can't.
It doesn't make sense for him to lose the title, especially since Punk's been calling out Max.
Mhm.
Although that being said, I wonder how it's going to go because I do think there's going to be somewhat of a screw job here. And to me, the way now that I'm speaking it out loud, it is going to be by MJF. I do think it has something to do with the Kingdom. Maybe this will be Adam or MJF's new pinnacle type
Mhm.
deal.
Yeah.
They're watching Roderick Strong while he watches Adam Cole. I don't know,
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
but I think MJF retains the title. What do you think?
I think Roderick does a oopsie. comes
Yeah.
in trying to help you. What we've been seeing with the Money in the Bank briefcase, getting misused and stuff. I smell some of that coming out of here, where they steal MJF's ring, they throw it to Adam Cole. Adam Cole misses it in the air, and a punch by MJF to catch the ring and hit him.
What
That's
about
what I'm guessing.
what about Roderick turning on Adam Cole?
That's what I'm saying. It's an on purpose mistoss.
No, I mean like a straight up like he
Oh,
turns
like
around and just
spray
boom.
paints. No,
Like he puts MJF's ring on. He's like, I'm gonna punch you, MJF. I'm gonna punch you. And then turns around and knocks out Adam
that
Cole.
too. Yeah, that too. I think this jealousy thing is gonna take a toll on him, and it could be on the instruction of MJF. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. And it probably will lead to Roderick Strong versus Adam Cole AEW feud.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, as far as my notes say that we don't have any other matches. So that about does it here for us today.
It's going to be a great event, by the way. Yeah.
Yes. If we can get we got a few weeks, it's going to be crazy here. We got a lot of shows to watch. Like I said, it's All In, All Out, Payback, and more. So much to watch. If you like the Sundays and Saturdays watching wrestling for 3.5, 4 hours every week, hell, it's going to be a great few weeks for you.
Yeah, if you don't like it, tune in here and hear all about it.
There you go. Well, we will catch you next time. Make sure if you don't remember what happened at the last time, there were about 80,000 tickets sold at Wembley Stadium. Check out our review of SummerSlam 1992. It's probably, I just put it down below because it was easier just to put it there once. Just click it there, watch it. It's great. British Bulldog and Bret Hart.
Put on classic.
You got the Road Warriors. Rocco was there, which I'm waiting for his WWE Ultimate Edition.
Oh, let's go.
Anyways, guys, we're going to get out of here. Take care. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.